One ruled the land, one ruled the rivers. They lived millions of years apart, separated by a gap of time so vast their worlds never touched. But what if they had? What if the deadliest predator ever to walk the earth met the largest snake that ever lived? This is the battle that never happened. For 3 days the Titanoboa had not eaten. Hidden beneath the muddy water of a slow prehistoric river, its enormous body lay coiled and still, waiting. It did not know what was coming. Neither did the king of the land. But by the end of this day, only one of them would still be moving. Let us begin with the one everyone knows, the Tyrannosaurus rex, nearly 4 meters tall at the hip, 13 meters long from nose to tail, 7 tons of muscle and bone built for one purpose, to kill. Its jaws could bite down with a force of over 50,000 newtons, enough to crush bone as if it were dry wood. No other land predator of its time would dare challenge it. When the T-Rex walked through the forest, everything else went quiet. Watch how it hunts. A herd of Edmontosaurus grazes in the open, unaware. The T-Rex does not roar, not yet. It waits at the tree line, its amber eye locked on the weakest of the herd, and then it moves. For an animal this size, its speed is terrifying. The herd scatters, but panic is exactly what the T-Rex wants. In the chaos, one falls behind. That is all it takes. On land in the open, the T-Rex has never lost. It fears nothing. But it is about to leave the land it rules, and it does not know what is waiting in the water. Now meet the other king, the Titanoboa, over 13 meters long, more than a ton in weight, the largest snake the world has ever produced, so heavy it could barely lift its own body on land. But in the water, everything changes. Here, its weight means nothing. Here, it is silent, invisible, patient. It does not chase its prey. It waits for its prey to come to it. And everything, sooner or later, comes to the water. This is not a creature that fights. It is a creature that ambushes. By the time you know it is there, its coils are already around you. For now it lies still beneath the surface, breathing slowly through the top of its head, watching the shapes move along the riverbank, waiting for one to come close. The sun climbs higher, the prehistoric air grows hot and heavy, and the T-Rex is thirsty. It has been hunting all morning. Now it turns toward the one place every animal must eventually go, the river. It walks down the muddy bank, its enormous feet sinking into the soft ground. It lowers its massive head toward the still water. For a moment, its own reflection stares back at it. Beneath the surface, something shifts. The Titanoboa has been watching. It does not strike at once. A predator this old, this patient, does not waste the first move. It waits until the great head is low, until the huge body is off balance, until the moment is perfect. The T-Rex leans in to drink, and the water explodes. The Titanoboa erupts from the river, jaws wide, and clamps down on the T-Rex's leg. Before the king can even react, the coils are moving, wrapping, tightening around the massive body with crushing force. This is the snake's entire strategy. Pull the giant off balance, drag it into the water. In the river, the T-Rex's greatest weapons, its size and its power, become useless. But the T-Rex is not prey. It is the deadliest hunter that ever lived, and it does not die quietly. It twists its enormous head around and does the one thing the snake cannot defend against. It bites. Those jaws, built to crush bone, close down on the Titanoboa's coiled body. The snake writhes. Mud and water churn into white foam as 7 tons of dinosaur and a ton of snake tear at each other on the edge of the river. And here is where the battle is truly decided. Not by strength, by ground. If the Titanoboa can pull the T-Rex into deep water, the fight is over. In the water, the snake constricts, the dinosaur cannot breathe, and even the king drowns. But if the T-Rex can stay on land, if it can keep its footing on the bank, its jaws will win. One crushing bite in the right place, and the snake's body simply stops working. So the whole struggle comes down to a single line, the edge of the water, the place where land becomes river. The two titans thrash across that line back and forth, the snake pulling toward the deep, the dinosaur digging its feet into the mud, refusing to be moved. And slowly, painfully, the T-Rex begins to win the ground. Covered in mud and wounds, it drags itself back up the bank, one heavy step at a time, the snake's coils loosening as its own body fails. At last, the great predator pulls free and staggers onto solid earth, its sides heaving deep wounds along its flank. Behind it, the river grows calm again. The ripples fade. The Titanoboa slips back beneath the dark water. So who wins? The honest answer is the one the movies never give you. It depends. If this battle happened in deep water, the Titanoboa would have every advantage, and the king of the land might never have surfaced again. But here on the edge of the river, with its feet on solid ground and its jaws free to strike, the T-Rex would almost certainly remain what it always was, the king. The sun sets over a world that never existed, two rulers who never met in a battle that never happened. But if it had, this is how it might have ended.